He butter go crazy.
YouTube, what's good, guys? It's your boy T, and I'm back again with another live, guys. And today is game day starts. And if you have any questions, make sure you flood the comment section and let me know that you're here. Put the 100 symbol and say, TD, I'm here. I'm watching the whole live, bro. Let me know that you are showing love to the channel. Also, guys, we're going to go over weather. We're going to go over some news. So, with no further ado, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. This is cutting edge content. Guys, go check out my catalog. I got a lot of great content, a lot of sleepers that I've been talking about that are starting to hit. And I also have a couple of sleepers for you today. Let me see. Let me write that down. Make sure I don't forget to mention it because I get so busy, I forget to mention it. A couple of sleepers that I want to talk about for today. Okay. Let's see here. I see you, Martin Castillo. I see you, bro. All right. Let me go. Let's talk about this weather first. Let's look at the weather. I see you, Vibs. Okay. All right, there we go. Let's look at this weather. We'll be doing the entire screen. I don't know why it's showing on up there. All right. So let's look at the Indianapolis Colts and the Tennessee Titans. You got 57 degrees. Excuse me, guys. You got 57 degrees Fahrenheit, partly cloudy, 10 miles per hour wind. That's fine. There's nothing to worry about in that game. That's really great football weather. Great football weather for December. Now, the Chargers and the Patriots. It says definite rain. So that's not really a lot of weapons outside of maybe Justin Herbert and Keenan Allen. I'm still starting Keenan Allen. Rain is not going to not keep me from starting Keenan Allen. But so that's not really a big thing to worry about in this game. There's not a lot of weapons outside of Keenan Allen in this game. So I'm starting Keenan Allen, and I'm starting with Ramondre. If it's a running back game, I'm probably going to go ahead and start Austin Eckler, 90% of my leagues. Going on to the Detroit and New Orleans Saints. They are in New Orleans. They at the Mardi Gras. 66 degrees Fahrenheit, regular weather. They in the dorm, so who cares, right? They gonna kill it. They gonna smash. I still think Jared Goff is gonna have a good game. He plays really good in dorms. Guys, let me know how I did a little bit different with my value today. So let me know how that's working out. It still sounds kind of bad, but I did a little bit some different things. Okay, let's move on to the Atlanta and New York Jets game. Light little drizzle, 49 degrees Fahrenheit. They in New York, 8 miles per hour. Also to be determined as far as how the weather. So they still don't know. They still don't know what the weather's going to be like. But right now it's 49 degrees with a little drizzle. So you starting Bijan, you still starting Drake London. You're not starting Tim Boyle, pretty sure, but you're still starting Garrett Wilson. Weather don't really make me go off of a guy if he's upper echelon. Going to the Arizona and the Pittsburgh game, it's a scattered rain shower. So, you can pay attention. I mean, I'm still starting my running backs on both sides. I'm still starting my quarterbacks on both sides. The weapons is up to you. Do you want to start Deontay and George Pickens or Greg Dortch? You don't have to, but I'm still starting those guys because I don't have anybody else. We have a lot of bye weeks. Now, here's the game of the week to me as far as fantasy points. I love Miami. I'm squeezing Miami. I'm playing Waddle. I'm playing Tyreek. I'm playing Brian Robinson. I'm playing Sam Howell in most leagues. I want you to be careful because Miami defense, I do think they will sack Sam Howell more than 3 times today. So I am big on Miami defense today. If you can pick them up off waivers over some of these other defenses that are a little bit volatile, especially with the Philadelphia Eagles and San Francisco game, I'd probably rather play Miami defense over any one of those good defenses. So yes, I love the game. Play your studs in that game. Let's get on to the Denver and Houston game. Houston looks like they are in the dome, so we're not really worried about that. Play your studs. Not a lot of studs on the Denver side, but play Javonte Williams. You play Russell. Play Courtland. Houston, you suiting everybody up. You suiting Peyton Dale and Nico up. Nico do got a tough matchup. He will probably be going against Patrick Surtain. Houston, CJ Stroud going to ball out. And you can even start Brevin Jordan if you need a tight end. I'm not saying he's going to show out, but you can start him. I understand why you can start. Thank you, Stacy. Thank you, Stacy. Appreciate that. Appreciate that, Stacey. Carolina and the Tampa Bay game. Carolina, it says a chance of rain showers. They in Tampa, so it's going to be warm. So you're still starting your studs. You're still starting Mike Evans. You're still starting Adam Thielen. Now listen, I'm going to go ahead and talk to you about my sleeper now. I believe Jonathan Mingo is a sleeper. I'm not telling anybody to get cute. Just because I'm telling you to play Mingo don't mean it's time to get cute. But I believe that you can play Jonathan Mingo as a flex play today with if you got a couple guys out on bye. I like Mingo today. Remember when they fired coaches, they put rookies in the end of the season, at the end of the season. So I love Mingo playing today. I think he's going to get 8 targets at least today. And let's go on to the Cleveland and Los Angeles Rams today. Myles Garrett, it looks like he is going to be playing. I think Denzel Ward is out. They are in the dorm. That's why I still like Matthew Stafford. I'm still playing Puka, and I'm playing Cooper Kupp. I am not sitting Cooper Kupp. I am not going to sit Cooper Kupp at all. Let's see. Let's go on from this game. And then this is a really big-time game right here for the NFC. You got San Francisco against the Philadelphia Eagles. It's going to be a chance of rain showers. You still going to start studs. Still going to start CMC, Ayuk and Debo, and Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown. The quarterbacks are going. I think this is going to be over 50 points. Both teams are going to put up over 50 points. Not individually, but together. They're going to put up over 50 points. So that's why I'm a little bit worried about the defenses. It just depends on how your defense template is set up, how you get points. But these teams are basically going to score points. They got really good quarterbacks and offensive coordinators and really a lot of talent on both ends of the team. So I wouldn't sit any of my studs because of the defenses. And tonight's game, Kansas City and Green Bay, I'm really hyped for this game. I'm proud of Jordan Love. It's going to be very cold. That's going to help probably Jordan Love. Pat Mahomes can play in snow games. I mean, he's good in snow games. I'm not happy. But Green Bay practices in this every year. And it's going to slow the game down a little bit to give Green Bay a chance. If I could pivot off Christian Watson, I might would because of the slight chance of snow. But I still like Christian Watson. He did come from North Dakota. North Dakota, where it is cold. So he's used to playing the cold weather. So I will still go ahead and play my guys. I'm not going to really let weather get me off my guys. If you got Rashid Rice and another guy that you're trying to pick between choosing, like maybe Chris Olave, maybe go with Chris Olave. Because it is going to be a slight chance of snow and it is going to be cold. But big plays do happen in these type of games too. And tomorrow's game between Cincinnati and Jacksonville, playing the studs, 60 degrees in Florida. Trevor Lawrence has been hot. Play Trevor. Don't be scared of Trevor. And it's okay to play Jamar Chase. I'm not playing anybody else. I'm not playing T. Higgins. That makes me nervous. Joe Mixon makes me nervous. Jacksonville is not chopped liver. They actually decent. They got a decent defense. No defense is perfect, but they decent. They're not no chopped liver. You're not going to run up and down the field on them, especially with a backup quarterback. So, all right. So let's begin, guys. Let's look at some injuries. Look at some injuries history real quick before we get started. Guys, make sure you flood the chat and let me know that you're in here. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, put the 100 symbol. Let's see how many likes we got. We got 19 people in the building. We got 9 likes, guys. We need to come on now. We got 9 likes and there's 19 people watching the stream. Let's get the likes up. All right. Okay, so here's some news, guys. Dak Prescott is expected to negotiate a new contract extension. That boy balled out. We wasn't going to give him no extension. I still wouldn't give him an extension. I said what I said. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not giving him no extension just because of one good year. I will wait a little bit. That's what I would do. That's what I would do. Chris Olave will play today. So if you got Chris Olave, go ahead and put him up in there and play him. He is starting today. Jonathan Taylor, guys, is expected to miss 3 to 5 weeks. So that's probably going to hurt a lot of people who got Jonathan Taylor for the playoffs. So go ahead and move. Don't drop him. You do not drop him. But go ahead and pick up your running back that you can count on and play. Don't count on Jonathan Taylor being there for you in your fantasy football playoffs. Aaron Rodgers is unlikely to return this season. For what? They're probably not going to make the playoffs. So why would you return? He will definitely be there. So buy low in Dynasty for a 1 year rental because he's definitely going to play next year. Marquise Brown is expected to play. Keenan Allen is expected to play, and Chris Godwin likely to play with the neck injury. Chris Godwin likely to play with the neck injury. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that. Let's see here. Treylon Burks back on track to play week 13, barring setback. I'm still not playing him, but he's a good stash candidate if you got room on your team. Noah Brown is expected to play. Malik Cunningham is elevated to the active roster. We know that. So Bailey Zappi gets benched. Probably Malik Cunningham's coming in, not Matt Jones. Darnell Savage, the safety off Green Bay, is back. So that defense is going to be strong today. They got a good defense. Not saying they're going to shut down Kansas City, but they got a good defense. Jeremy Chin, the linebacker / safety for the Carolina Panthers, comes off IR. So that's going to help that defense out a little bit. He's a good player. My boy Denard Prince, that ain't got no burn all year, is elevated ahead in the Sunday's contest. So he's going to be on that roster. I'm not saying he's going to play, but he might get a couple burn, a little bit of burn, and maybe be a special teams player. Jerry McKinnon will not play. Joe Flacco is ready. He's going to be the starter. Chris Brooks is going to be the one that's deactivated. So Devon Achane is going to be starting. I mean, he's not a starter, but he's going to be getting a lot of reps. That's why they went on and deactivated Chris Brooks. Travis Etienne is expected to play Monday, and T. Higgins will play Monday. J.C. Horn is also off hours. So that's two Carolina Panthers players that are on that defense that's coming back. So that defense might give a decent fight today. They might give a decent fight today. Okay, guys, I think that's all I have. Let me see. Let me look at Myles Garrett. I don't like what this website doesn't show me about Myles Garrett. I'm like, that's a big time player. I'm not gonna talk about him. I know he's active, but I still just want to see it. Yeah, that says Myles Garrett's ready to play, but it's still not coming up the way I can read the news the way I want to. So Cleveland will have Myles Garrett today. So let's go. Let's start in the house. Let's start with the members. Brian says, on my way to Gillette Stadium to watch the game in the rain. Yes, bro. Hey, send me some of that food. I love tailgate food, bro. Hot dogs, onions, that type of stuff, man. Wings. I love tailgate food, bro. Send me some. Stacy. Hey, guys, make sure, she's in her playoffs. Her playoffs start this week. She got a great matchup. I think she can win. She's going to win this week. She's going to win this week. She got a great team. She got Tyreek Hill, the best player in the NFL, for outside of a quarterback. Stacey says, you sound good to me. Thank you, Stacey. Wesley, I see you, bro. I see you, Dylan. Sport Dog says, here in Green Bay, we have about 1 inches of snow, TD. With flurries expected all day and calling for light winds from the north and kickoff temperatures in the upper 20s. Yeah, right. I saw that earlier. I like this. Going to help Green Bay to stay in the game. This is going to be an A.J. Dillon game. I'm not telling y'all to sit any studs for him, but I'm playing A.J. Dillon in the majority of my leagues. I'm playing A.J. Dillon in the majority of my leagues. All right, Martin Castillo, what's up? What's going on with you, bro? He says, good morning, bro. Need a flex for PPR, Brian Robinson Jr. or Devontae Parker? I'm going with Brian Robinson Jr. Bill says, good morning, all. Master Subscriber, what's going on with you, bro? He say, who do I start at the running back position? Najee Harris, Singletary, Chuba, thank you. I'm going with Najee over, man, I like Singletary and especially in PPR. But Najee, man, got that lineup is almost like strawberry cake. I know. Now listen, I'm just calling it strawberry. I love strawberry cake. You're gonna hand it to me? You're gonna hand it to me? Good. Thank you. I'm gonna call it strawberry cake. The reason why I'm gonna call it strawberry cake is it's a great matchup. They are weak against the run, and so I'm playing Najee Harris over Singletary, and even in full PPR. Let me look at something real quick. Yeah. I'm gonna go with Najee Harris, bro. I'm going with Najee Harris slightly over Singletary. Slightly. I see you, Big Wheel. Appreciate that, bro. Charlene says A.T. Perry or Elijah Moore to put on my bench. Moore is available. With Joe Flacco being the quarterback, I'm going with Elijah Moore. He made Elijah Moore a top 12 wide receiver a couple of years ago. I'm going to go with Elijah Moore. Rashid Shaheed should come back next week. That could knock A.T. Perry down. I'm going with Elijah Moore. Castillo is the team star Stafford the car. I'm going with Stafford. I know that's not a lot of people are scared of Stafford. I'm not. Not at home. Not with Kyron Williams back. Wesley. Viv says, as a stream of Curtis Samuel or Jaden Reed half point PPR. Curtis. Let me see who. I'm going with Curtis because of the weather. Curtis. So some courtesy, Curtis. I'm going with Curtis slightly. I like Jaden Reed as I think he has more touchdown upside than Curtis, but with this type of weather, man, it's gonna be tough for anybody. I like Jaden Reed. Don't get it twisted. If you with Jaden Reed, I wouldn't say that was a bad move, bro. But to me, I like I like Curtis. Curtis been balling out. Matter of fact, real quick, let's look at some stuff real quick. All right, let me share the screen. Let's go. Let's go do a little bit of research real quick. Okay. I'm gonna take your comment down for a second. All right. So let's look at Curtis. Let's look at Curtis. Just look at his game log. I like to look at that trend. New York Giants, he didn't do good again, but he got 19. He got 19 points against Dallas. He had 9 receptions for 100 yards against Dallas. Now the Giants and Seahawks wasn't great games. Even New England, I think he was hurt. But then you see right here when he was hitting between week 4 and 6. I think that's for the caliber of player of Curtis Samuel and Jaden Reed. Let's go look at Jaden Reed real quick. And you gotta understand the weather game too. Let's go look at Jaden Reed. Let's go look at Jaden Reed. Now Jaden he's more consistent. I would say Jaden Reed, man, if it wasn't for the snow game. The snow game makes me nervous. But he 15, 19, 19, 7, 12, 11. That's a better game. That's to me, that looks a little bit better. That looks a little bit better. But like I said, the snow game makes me want to go with Curtis. The snow game makes me want to go with Curtis. But if you want to play Jaden Reed, I understand it. Charlene says, like your weather report. Thank you, Charlene. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Dylan says, hey, bro, would you play Jaden Reed over George Pickens despite the weather? No, that makes me nervous. Listen, I'm not. Man, like even Christian Watson. I'm a little bit worried about him. Only in certain leagues I'm going to play him. If I got another guy to play, like if I got Jahan Dotson and Christian Watson as who I'm going to play, I might go to Jahan over Christian Watson slightly. Now, I believe, don't get it twisted. Christian Watson can have a touchdown, a long touchdown, so could Jaden Reed. So go down with the guy that you want to go with. If you don't want to go with a weather play, and I understand it because I don't like going with weather plays. I don't want to pivot off a guy and then he boom in the weather, and then I'm mad at myself that I sit a guy that I know was better. So me, just because of the weather, I would go with George Pickens. But if you don't give a damn about the weather, excuse me, then go with Jalen Reed. Zah says, yo, start Mixon or Hall and start Steelers or Falcons. Start the Falcons. I'm going with the Falcons over the Steelers. Kyler Murray going at least to put up 17 points. I would think he could put up 17 points. So I don't know how your league is built off turnovers. I think the Steelers will have a couple turnovers. So if turnovers mean more, then Steelers. But Falcons can get turnovers and they can hold that team down. I think the Falcons has a great matchup today against Tim Boyle. Mixon or Hall, I'm going with Hall. I can't play Mixon. I'm sorry. KJ says, should I pivot to Kyler Murray off of Justin Herbert because of the weather rain? I wouldn't do it just because of the rain. I would do it in rain if it was good rain. Let me see. Let me make sure. Because all he got is Keenan Allen, man. All he got is Keenan Allen. I would play Kyler Murray for his rushing upside. Now listen, Justin Herbert is not a bad. I don't like sitting Justin Herbert. He's an elite quarterback, but Kyler Murray rushing upside. If you go look at Kyler Murray numbers, he's still been a top 12 quarterback the last couple of weeks. If I'm wrong, guys, correct me in the comment section. But I think Kyler Murray's been a top 12 guy even when they wasn't winning the games, right? I think his rushing floor is really, really well, and that knee is getting better. And he can hit guys like Marquise Brown and Trey McBride for touchdowns, even big touchdowns. So I'm gonna go with Kyler Murray. But you can't go wrong either way. I really don't like playing matchups with quarterbacks, but when I have to, I'm going with the guy who has the better rushing floor. Guys, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. This is cutting edge content. This is, I got the Miami DST, but I see Tampa Bay available on waiver wire. Would you play Tampa or Miami? I'm going with Miami. Somebody asked that question the other day. Tampa Bay got about 2 or 3 linebackers out and maybe a secondary person. So I'm going with Miami DST. I know Washington got some good weapons. They do got good weapons. I'm going with Miami. That's a great question, though, man, because Tampa Bay, with Carolina offense hasn't looked like nothing all year. But I think this is a time where Jonathan Mingo is a sleeper for me. I like him, and I think Bryce Young could throw for a touchdown or two. At least they can put up 14 points, maybe a couple field goals. So I'm going to go with Miami. I think Miami could have a couple pick sixes on Sam Howell. I think they're going to be able to get to Sam Howell. Okay. Sport Dog says I could add 37 if he's available. He is available. Would you consider him as a wide receiver 2 or 3? Wide receiver 3. Wide receiver 3. I have Amaron, Gary Wilson, and Nico, Rasheed Rice, and Gabe Davis. He can't break your lineup. He can't break your lineup. Now, I would start Rasheed Rice over Curtis Samuel, even in the snow game. Even in the snow game, I would start Rasheed Rice. I'm starting Nico Collins with a pretty decent, tough matchup. I'm starting Gary Wilson. I don't think he can break your line. Is he worth dropping one and being for Curtis? No, sir. No, I wouldn't do that, bro. Great question. Don't do that. Stacy says, am I sticking with the Pittsburgh defense or go with KC? I think you need to stick with it. I've been looking at that. Listen, I'm perplexed, Stacy. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm perplexed. I was going to say something to you earlier. Guys, make sure you sign up as a Phenom Crew. She signed up as a Phenom Crew. And also, she signed up as an OnlyFans. So she get to text me on my business line. But when you texted me earlier and I was going through your lineup, Stacy, I saw the Pittsburgh defense going against Arizona. But with TJ Watt, man, and Mike Tomlin, they are a great defense like tandem. They make stuff happen. I'm not going to never disrespect the Pittsburgh defense. To get off them to go to Kansas City in a snow game, you could. I think you got to make that choice. Me, probably would just would have had Kansas City. If I just would have had Kansas City, I would just play them. Even though I got a lot of Green Bay guys. But I don't think it can be a 30-25 game, or I think it could be a 17-23 game. So if you like those, maybe one turnover per each team. So I believe that TJ Watt could get 2 sacks on Kyler Murray today, a strip sack. I believe they could pick Kyler Murray off one time today. So I believe they could cause a forced fumble and sack him a couple times and can get an interception. I think Pittsburgh could get more turnovers than the Kansas City Chiefs can, because it's going to be a run game. It's going to be a lot of running the ball. So that's not really a lot of turnovers. So I would probably stick with Pittsburgh. But like I said, the points, it probably could be a low-scoring game in that snow game. So you're going to have to make that decision. That's a tough one. I'm very perplexed with that. I think you need to go down with your ship. Stacey says, Atlanta defense is on waivers, but I really don't want to give up what I have. Right. I probably would play Atlanta defense over both of those defenses. Atlanta defense is so good against Tim Boyle. I probably would go with Atlanta defense, but don't drop none of those players that you necessarily got. I haven't looked at your lineup in since about an hour or two, but maybe you might got a player that you can drop, maybe a tight end or something. But I'm definitely not dropping neither one of those defenses. You're going to need one of those defenses in your fantasy football championship. But I do like Atlanta slightly over both of those defenses because of the Jets. They've been putrid. They haven't scored a touchdown, maybe one touchdown in like 7 or 8 weeks. It's been 7. Maybe I think they broke a record for the going the longest without scoring a touchdown. Sport Dog said 100. Appreciate that, bro. Lito J, appreciate that, man. He said star 2 PPR, London, Godwin, Reed, or Dillon. I'm going with London and Dillon. That's a tough question, man. I'm going with London and Dillon. I can't play Godwin. He hasn't practiced all week with a neck injury. Reed is good. Reed has been balling. It's a snow game. So that's why I'm putting Dillon. If it wasn't a snow game, I would put Reed over Dillon easy. But it's a snow game. That tells me A.J. Dillon, man, probably been playing in more snow games than anybody on those 2 teams. He came from Boston College and played in at least 7, 8 snow games in his career. So I like Dillon, and I'm going to go with London. over Reed. Now, listen, if you wanted to pivot and you wanted to go with London and Reed, I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. I think Reed is going to be targeted in this game. He's the go-to player, the most safest player for Jordan Love. But he didn't practice all week. That makes me a little bit nervous too, because he was a little bit nicked up with injuries, but the guy has been balling. So I'm going to say Dillon and London, but you could go London and Reed. All right, let me see. Castillo says Zach Moss, Jahmyr Gibbs, Breach Hall, or Jamar Chase. Choose three. I'm going Zach Moss, Jahmyr Gibbs, and Breach Hall. I'm going with the running backs. I like Chase, man, but those running backs are too good and getting too much of the workload to sit any of those guys. Running backs, when it's equal, you got to go with the running back. Because the Chase quarterback situation is less than equal. So if it was equal, I'd be like, I'm going with Chase. I mean, it would be Chase over a stud running back like a Zach Moss or even a Gibbs. But I'm going with Zach Moss, Gibbs, and Breach Hall. KJ says, everybody hit that like button. Yes, sir. Let's get the likes up. Let's get the lights up. Stacy says, my only opening would be to let go of Likely. What you think? I have Juwan Johnson as a minimum because Likely is only bye. Yeah, because you in your playoffs. So the only look at your playoff team. Should know none of these other teams be picking up any plays. If they are, then maybe you got to worry about them picking up Likely to play for the consolation bracket. But yes, I will be willing to drop Likely and go get the Falcons defense to match them up against the Jets. I would be willing to do that. You can let go of Likely. And play Juwan Johnson for the rest of the season, especially with that's tough though. I think you can need Likely. You can make that move and try to get Likely next week, but you got to be okay with going down with the ship if you don't get Likely and having to play Juwan Johnson or a matchup play. All right, let's see here. Zah says, yo, start. Okay, yeah, we did that one. I'm starting Hall. She says, love Matt Gay this week. Okay, as a kicker. So, guys, she know her stuff with kickers. I'm not really big on kickers. I just play a good offensive kicker. Castillo, okay, we did that one. I'm doing Zach Moss, Gibbs, and Breach Hall. And appreciate that, KJ. So they said, don't forget to pick up Dearness Johnson, everybody. Dearness Johnson is a really good pickup. Go pick up Dearness Johnson. I'm stashing. I'm not playing him today, but they talking about that not Kyler Murray, but Travis Etienne is having some injury history. Like he's got some nagging injuries. So if they keep Travis Etienne out for a couple games during your fantasy football playoffs because they already got the number 3 or the number 2 seed sold up and they don't want to waste Travis Etienne, Dearness Johnson is going to get 15 to 20 touches. So I think Dearness Johnson is a great stash. Got to give a shout out to my girl, Charlene. She's been on Dearness for about 3 weeks now. Yep. I think that's going to be a good move. Oh, it's tough. I'm perplexed. I'm perplexed. I'm okay with Atlanta going against the Jets. I'm okay. I do think Breach Hall could have a touchdown or so. I mean, it's football. Anything can happen. You just got to be ready to go down with the ship. Either way you go, I'm okay with it. All those defenses are kind of very similar. Nobody is easy play over any of those DSTs. Itty bitty. He says 14 teams have PPR, 2 teams clinch, and I'm in a 5-way tie for the last 4 playoff spots. Need 1 running back and 1 flex. I'm gonna go with Rice and Warren. Man, I don't want to see you go overhaul, but listen, this is the playoff time. So now you can get cute. You can sit studs when you're in playoff time. Other than that, man, you kind of gotta have to roll out your studs. And you don't because you don't want to go down and lose with a stud. But Rick Hall hasn't had a really good fantasy output. I'm not gonna say he played good, but a good fantasy output in about 5 weeks here. I'm gonna go with Warren. The matchup is so sweet for Warren and Najee. So I'm playing Najee and Warren. They are top 24 running backs for me. Rice is the top 24 wide receiver for me this week. So I'm gonna say Warren and Rice. You gotta get those guys in your lineup. Even in the snow game, I'm still playing Rice. Hey, this PPR, Debo or questionable Tank Dale. Tank Dale ain't questionable. He's going to play. They just got a questionable tag for him. I'm playing Tank Dale over Debo. That's a great. You need to start both of those guys. But if you ask me who to pick between the two, I'm going with Tank Dale. But to me, you got to play both of them. You got to get both of them in your lineup if possible. Say said, doesn't matter if someone picked up Atlanta DST. I think I would say with Pitt. Okay. Okay. Angelo said start 2. Dale Mostert, Javante. Dale and Mostert. I'm starting Dale and Mostert. Mostert got a sweet matchup today. I'm starting Dale and Mostert. Dirk by what's going on, bro? He said I'm in a bad spot. Would you start Kraft or Hudson in 4 PPR? I will start Hudson, Tanner Hudson. I will start Tanner Hudson. Rich, he says, P. McBride or Fryer, Downs over Deontay. Yes, Downs over Deontay. I'm starting Downs over Deontay. And Mika Fitzpatrick. I'm going with McBride, man, slightly. Reason why I'm going with McBride, he don't have as many weapons as Fryermuth do. Fryermuth got 2 running backs that he got to go against. He got Jalen Warren, he got Najee, he got George Pickens, he got Deontay Johnson. Then he also got guys like Calvin Austin and Allen Robinson who all get targets. Where McBride only got Marquise Brown and Greg Dodge and James Conner. So I'm gonna go with McBride slightly. I love Fryermuth, but I'm going with McBride slightly for the upside. Riggs, because Dale active, but had a calf injury. Right. They said it wasn't bad. They said I watched on that. I looked at it. I read his profile. They said he should be good to go. There's not a limited snap count or anything like that. I think they just did that just to give him some rest for his calf. Have to start him today. Is it safe? Yes, it's safe to start. You gotta play Dale today. The matchup is good too. The reason why is I don't believe Patrick Surtain is going to be on him. I believe Patrick Surtain is going to be on Nico. So the underneath guy they're going to target a lot is going to be Tank, and he loves Tank. So you can't get cute and sit Tank. Kevin, what's going on with you, bro? Kevin says, hey, TD, Would you start Kirk or Devontae Smith in the flex? I'm starting Devontae Smith. I'm starting Devontae Smith. Rich says both Pierce and Sanders were dropped in my league. Are any worth a pickup? Both of them are worth a pickup in the stash. To me, the lesser of the two evils will probably be Sanders. Will probably be Sanders. Let's see what happens this week, right? Then you make another assessment next week. Right now, with the coaches getting fired, they might use Miles Sanders a little bit more than they was. I don't know. They might get rid of Miles Sanders. I don't know. But Pierce, I don't think they need him. Devin Singletary fits this team better than Pierce does. So I would go with Miles Sanders because of the contract. Maybe to kind of see what he is to see if they can trade him or show him off for other teams. Good morning, bro. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Bryce Young or Baker? I'm going with Baker. I'm going with Baker. Baker's been having some decent fantasy weeks. I'm going with Baker over Bryce Young. PHB, what's up, bro? He says going with the boom and running it back with Christian Watson over Puka. Gotcha. The deciding factor was to go down with the ship and Keenan Allen playing. Right. Okay. I see what you're saying. You willing to lose with Watson, then you are willing to lose with Puka, and I respect it. Sorry to be rude. Good morning. Nah, bro, you good, bro. You good. We worry about fantasy. You already said good morning within the post when you comment. Back pain, love the Dragon Ball Z, bro. I'm a big Dragon Ball Z fan. Big Dragon Ball Z fan. Javonte Williams, Jerome Ford, Hollywood Brown, or Terry McLaurin. Flex 4 PPR. I'm going with Jerome Ford. I'm going with Jerome Ford over Hollywood Brown. I like Javonte Williams too. I like Javonte. I want to take Javonte, but Jerome Ford has been a little bit more explosive. I'm gonna go with Jerome Ford. I'm going with Jerome Ford. It's close between him and Javonte. Hollywood, I like Hollywood, but I need to see a boom game. I haven't seen a good game in the last 3 weeks since Colin been back. Lethal Jake said, thank you, bro. Everyone has been telling me go Godwin over London, but Godwin has been so ass for me. I know. That's why I'm going with London. Now, a lot of people are scared of London. I'm going with the alpha. He's a great player. Sometimes great players can overcome quarterback. Desmond Ritter is better than Tim Boyle. So Gary Wilson had a good game last week. So go with the studs. And then Godwin, usually you would say Godwin because Godwin is usually a target monster. Him and Baker is not on the same wavelength. Now he could go out and boom this week. We all know that it's fantasy. It can happen. But to me, I'm going down with the ship with Drake London. I'm going down with the ship with Drake London. Angelo to choose two, Mostert, Dale, Javonte. I'm going with Mostert and Dale. Mostert and Dale. Amado. He said, what's up? What's up, bro? He should start too. Cooper, Godwin, Dortch, or T. Higgins. I'm going with Amari Cooper and Greg Dortch. I'm going with Amari Cooper and Greg Dortch. Armando said start another two between Romeo Dobbs, Greg Dortch, T. Higgins, or Kareem Hunt. I'm going with Greg Dortch. I'm going with Greg Dortch and Kareem Hunt. Greg Dortch and Kareem Hunt. Kareem Hunt is a safe play, but I can't tell you, man, I haven't seen T. Higgins play with Browning, with the backup quarterback. Romeo Dobbs in a snow game, he didn't even do that last week. He's volatile. Greg Dortch been getting 10 targets the last couple of weeks, so he's the one consistent thing on there. And Kareem Hunt is getting about 10 to 12 carries, goal line opportunities also. So he's just a safer of the two Eagles, or the three Eagles. So I'm going to say Greg Dortch and Kareem Hunt. B growing. He says pick two. Devon A-Chain mixing of Pacheco. I'm going with Pacheco and A-Chain. Pacheco and A-Chain. More than he. What's going on with your bro? This is Nico or Singletary, half-point PPR. I'm going with Nico. I'm going with the stud. This is a CJ Stroud team. I like Singletary, brother, as a running back, especially in half PPR. I'm not going to cap, man. I could be giving you the wrong answer. And I'm not doing it on purpose. But I can't see you playing Singletary over Nico when this team is funneled through Nico, Tank Dale, then Singletary. Even though Singletary has good outputs, I think Singletary is a sleeper, but I'm not ready to sit Nico for Singletary yet. I can't sit. I think Nico is going to have a tough matchup, but I still think he can give you 12 or 13 points with maybe one touchdown. Singletary, I don't know how much work. I know he's going to catch at least about 4 or 5 passes today. How many goal line opportunities did he have that they don't give to Tank Dell or CJ Stroud running in? I don't know. I think Singletary is a top 24 running back this week, but I'm not willing to sit Nico for him. So I'm going to tell you to go with Nico and half-point PPR. Chris, what's going on with your brother? This is Hubbard, Higgins, Miles Sanders, Ed Perry, A.T. Perry, Devontae Parker, Jawan Johnson. I'm going with Hubbard. I'm going with Hubbard over Higgins, A.T. Perry, Devontae Parker, and Jawan Johnson. I'm going with Hubbard. Rich said, should I play Downs over London as well? No, he does have a better matchup. I agree with that 100%. Since London's playing the Jets and Downs has a better matchup. You're right. Listen, you can do that. I wouldn't, but I don't know the rest of your team, bro. The best matchup is Downs. Downs gonna get 10 targets. That might be more targets in London. I think you okay with doing that. I don't like it, but that don't mean that you shouldn't do it. That don't mean that you shouldn't do it. So go ahead and go with Downs. In this great matchup that he has, with him getting 10 targets per week. Travis has flex Hubbard, Olave, or Garrett Wilson. I'm going with Olave slightly over Garrett Wilson this week because of all the wide receivers being out. With Rashid being out, Michael Thomas is out. I'm going to go with Olave slightly because Detroit corners are not that good. Garrett Wilson got a tough matchup against Atlanta playing against A.J. Terrell, which they probably going to try to match him up. I'm going to go with Olave slightly over Wilson. Armando says I scooped up Khalil Herbert and Keith Mitchell off waivers, but see Miles Sanders, Tyler Spears on waivers. Should I drop one of them for the other or leave as is? I think you should leave it as is. I would drop Khalil Herbert for I would drop Khalil Herbert maybe for Tajay Spears. Maybe. You don't have to. You can sit back. Khalil Herbert gonna get 12 touches a game. That's gonna probably be more touches than Tajay Spears get. He gonna at least get 12. Keaton Mitchell is the low-key RB1 there, where he might not be getting everything, but he's getting like 50%, 60% of the work in the backfield. So I like Keaton Mitchell. You keep Keaton Mitchell all day. But Miles Sanders could be a good stash, but I would probably keep Khalil Herbert over those two guys. Steve, if I'm killing your name, man, I apologize, man. Glad to see you here. Do I start Moss over any of these players? Hall, Puka, Debo, full PPR? Yes, you start. I think you start Moss over Puka. I think you got to start Moss over Puka. Mr. Grapefruit said, should I cut Ty Chandler for Tyrod Taylor in 12-team Superflex? I think he's back next week. Yeah, I don't know if he's going to play, though. I do not know if Tyrod, because Tommy DeVito's been playing good. I'm not going to call him Danny DeVito now. But Danny DeVito's been playing, Tommy DeVito's been playing really well. So I don't know if Tyrod Taylor gets his job back, bro. I don't know if he gets the job back. But if you think he's going to play it, then most definitely you drop Ty Chandler for him. I don't know if he's going to get the job back. I think they're going to play Tommy for the rest of the season, just so they can get the best seed and then also see what he is. Conscious says, and also, guys, I want to tell you this. Guys, go to your notification bell and hit all. Sometimes it goes away and it goes to personalized. So go to all. Go to your notification bell and go to all. He says, good day, all. He says, let's rack up some season highs. 30 point, 40 point, all night, all day, and all night. Yep. Tomorrow night, too. Yes, sir. Sports Spotlight. What's going on with you? Says start one at flex and one at wide receiver. Noah Brown, Marquise Brown, Trey McBride, Chuba Hubbard. I'm going with Marquise Brown and Chuba Hubbard. I'm not big at putting tight ends in the flex. Only Travis Kelce is the only tight end that I'm willing to put in the flex. Maybe Mark Andrews before he got hurt. No other tight end I'm not putting in the flex. Sometimes you got two on a bye week, but Marquise Brown is a target man. Like, he's getting target. They trying to make sure he gets the ball. Noah Brown is the wide receiver 3 with everybody else being healthy today. Chuba Hubbard is the RB1 that's getting 65% of the snaps. I'm going to go with Chuba and Marquise Brown over Trey McBride. I like Trey. I don't think he's got to that level where you can put him as a flex yet when you got Marquise Brown and Chuba Hubbard out there. So I'm going to say the one wide receiver I'm going to start is Marquise Brown, and the one flex is going to be Chuba. Anytime, Mr. Grapefruit. Anytime. Martin Castillo. He says Jahan Dotson, Curtis Samuel, or Taysom Hill, full PPR. I'm going to go with Curtis. I hate to say it, but I love Jahan Dotson. But I'm not going to be biased and sit here and tell you to play. I probably will play Jahan Dotson, but that's not the professional tape to tell you. The professional tape to tell you is Curtis. And I'm not even trying to be facetious. I'm being straight up with you. Curtis has been leading this team in targets most games, especially in a negative game script, which they should be in a negative game script playing against the Miami Dolphins. So I'm going to say Curtis Samuel slightly. Taysom Hill is a good start today. I'm not brave enough to start him over no Curtis Samuel and Jahan Dotson. I may be over even Jahan. I might can do it over Jahan, but I'm definitely not doing it over Curtis. I can't do it today. Yep, guys, everybody check your notifications and make sure you go to the notification bell and hit all. Somebody today told me that it changed to personalized. So make sure you go to all on a notification bell. Gabriel, he said, yo, TD, would you flex James Conner or Deontay Johnson in PPR league? I would flex James Conner. I think Deontay don't get that many targets today because of what he did last week. That's going to be Mike Tomlin's way of telling him, don't you ever do that again. Don't you ever take a playoff like that. You put people in jeopardy. You put the team in jeopardy. You put people's livelihood in jeopardy when you just sit there and don't even move because somebody could go and get hit and get their knee blown out. So I think he's going to get less targets than he normally does this week. So I'm going to go with James Conner. And also it's a revenge game. Now listen, they're going to try to take James Conner away, but you just can't take James Conner away because they don't really necessarily need James Conner. They got Kyler Murray who can run around. So you got to stop Kyler Murray first. James Conner can't be the number one guy. Because that's the case, you're going to lose the game just to try to stop James Conner. You got to stop Kyler Murray. So I like James Conner. He is a top 24 running back for me this week. It's not hard to be a top 24 running back this week when you got six running backs that's usually ahead of him out. Next question, where am I from? Thanks, man. Austria. I told you I ain't forgetting no more. It's over for that. It's over. You ain't gonna embarrass me like that again, bro. Nah, you embarrass me, man. But yeah, I know I can. First, I said Paris. Then I think I said one more other place that was overseas, and then I went to. Then you told me, and then I said Australia, and it was actually Austria. So my bad, bro. Conte says Stockholm, Sweden. No, man, he from Austria, bro. No, I said Paris, bro. I got a dialect. I meant Paris. Yeah, I might have said Perry. I don't mean like a Perry, like a dog, a Perry dog. But yeah, I think I said Paris. If I didn't, I apologize. PHB says, how you feeling about Antonio Gibson and Dearness Johnson this week? I like them. I'm not willing to start Dearness. I'm willing to stash him. But if you need to start Dearness, then you can. But don't get cute and start Dearness just because he's a good stash. Antonio Gibson is a better player than Dearness as of right now. After this week, we can see something different. Concha says, I still have faith in George Pickens. I do too. I want to see him finish high. He's on my bench this week. I agree with that. Right. Yep, it's Austria. I told you, bro, I got it. I might not say it correctly the way it's supposed to be said. You know, I got the English/country North Carolina dialect. Conscious Machine says De'Aaron is a sneaky DFS play, but he has low fantasy value as ETN will be playing. Correct. But ETN could get hurt or they could be up. We don't know. I feel like De'Aaron is as a staff. You gotta get him off that waiver. Finally. You said Paris. No, I said Paris. Stan Steve says for the remainder of the season, Josh Downs or Deontay Johnson? Josh Downs. Yes, sir. And Gabriel, good luck to everyone, Greeks, and leave a like. Thank you, Gabriel. Appreciate you, bro. Constance says, Arthur, that was it, right? I have seen photos of Austria and it looks amazing. And Stan Steve says, Breach all of Kyron Williams. Kyron Williams all that. Got to play Kyron. Kyron then balled out. He is a top 5 type starting running back for the rest of the season. Until we see something different. All right, let's see how many likes we got in here today, guys. Let's see how many likes we got. 32. I'm proud of you guys. I am proud of you. Do anybody want to come up before I get off? Let me put the link in here. If anybody want to come up and chop it up, you don't have to show your face. But you can come up and chop it up. Mr. Fantasy Everything. He said, what's good, bro? You think Gibbs a must start? Yes. It just depends on who. Everybody, it just depends. It's only like 3 or 4 guys. Like Amon-Ra, St. Brown, Tyreek Hill, CMC. They all kind of like must starts. You got to have them in there. But this week, it's some guys that could be must starts, and you might have to bench them because of a matchup. It just depends. So Gibbs, man, 95% of your leagues, he should be starting. 95% of your leagues. But if you're in an 18 league and you got CMC and you got Tyler Williams and I'm trying to think of another elite guy. Raheem Mostert or something like that, then yeah, you might could sit Gibbs, but you're not sitting Gibbs in most leagues. Big Will says, get Charlene up there. She won't come. She will not come. She just like to comment. I'm giving her a hard time right now. But she will not. I told her she ain't got to show her face. All you gotta do is come up here and talk. Ain't nobody gonna unsubscribe from you or nothing. Nah, I'm good with that, bro. I didn't try the partner up thing, but she know her. She's good. She knows her stuff. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Isaac. Appreciate you, Stacy. Appreciate you. All right, so I guess I'm gonna get ready to get out of here. Guys, let's get this money. I'll see you tomorrow, probably with some early waiver wire ads. I doing the reflection and stuff. That video doesn't really do well for me, or that live, because nobody gets on the live. Nobody wants to really talk about what they just saw. Not at this point in time of my channel. So I'll probably see y'all guys tomorrow for the early waiver wire ads. Y'all guys be safe. Peace.
Okay, turn me up. They don't want no smoke, I'm in my bag. Bitch, I'm rolling up. They say that shit hot. Hot, bitch, I'm burning up. Yeah, let's talk some business. Ain't no money, I ain't showing up. Don't know how to act, a bunch of country niggas pulling up. Okay, turn me up. Now they say they want that country shit. Okay, now turn me up. Now they see I be that energy, I make them turn me up. Yeah, I know they tryna finish me, but it just turn me up. Fresh to death on camouflage. Gotta keep a foot up on their necks cause they might sabotage. I ain't come for peace, I brought the mask, bout to terrorize. Step. If you ain't hating, nigga, keep that bullshit to yourself. Get my bop on you niggas. Don't never question if I'm a real nigga, I get a lot for you niggas. Bitch, they thought I was finished, but I got a lot for you niggas. Lil John on them niggas. I'm the bra on them niggas. I'm the hottest in the business. Okay, put me in the mix. I can tell you used to lame niggas that ain't this. Think you coming up a bag, you ain't getting shit. You say wanna fuck, but now she see a nigga lit. Country for life in this bitch. Okay, turn me up. They don't want no smoke, I'm in my bag. Bitch, I'm rolling up. They say this shit hot. Hot, bitch, I'm burning up. Yeah, let's talk some business. Ain't no money, I ain't showing up. Don't know how to act, a bunch of country niggas pulling up. Okay, turn I'm like block boy, look alive, look alive. I'm married to that money and I keep her by my side. They thought I wouldn't be